Good evening, guys, and welcome. You're watching this quiz in English with me, Hayley Edmonds. Now, for those who know or might not know, Paris Fashion Week is in full swing right now. Celebrities are hoarding to the French capital to come and see the haute couture designers défiler on the catwalks. Défiler means catwalk in French. So yes, I thought what better than to do a quiz on supermodels. There are a few hanging around at the moment. You see them swanning around looking like me, ratherly maquilled like this. N'est-ce pas? No, not at all. In fact, they're probably totally the contrary. That's kind of ironic these days how, or these days, well, since like the early 90s, how models, supermodels look totally un-supermodel-like when they're not actually working. They're just kind of like hanging around in jeans and a t-shirt. They're not just like, you know, back in the day when you get Janice Dickinson or like, you know, A Company looking all glamorous all the time. Anyway, so as I said, today's quiz is on supermodels. So if you don't know anything about supermodels, well, give this quiz a go because you might learn something. And not knowledge, knowledge is power. Okay, so remember that. Anyway, there's 100 euros up for grabs tonight, guys. 100 euros. There are 9 questions that need to be answered in order to obtain a part in those 100 euros. Right from question number 1, which is worth 10 points, to question number 9, which is worth 100 points. And because, you know, we're just like so kind to you guys at Be The One, we give you 2 jokers. Yes, we give you 1 multiplied by 3 joker. You can put down on any question, and 1 multiplied by 5 that will multiply the point score. So if you're playing strategically and you want to get your part in those 100 euros, then you'd put them down in the last 3 questions. Now, for those of you who play extremely well, get all the questions right and put the jokers down at the right time and get 960 points, that's the maximum number of points that you can get in this Be The One quiz, well, you get an extra 50 euros to share amongst yourselves. Now, don't forget, for those of you who played last night, there was 1 super winner. So 1 person went away with 50 euros. Yes. So guys, it's all happening now. It's happening tonight. Put your thinking caps on and just get concentrating on this quiz on supermodels. Question number 1. Which supermodel was spotted at 14 years old at JFK Airport? Was it Janice Dickinson? Was it Adriana Lima? Was it Giselle Bündchen? Or was it Kate Moss? Now, this would have been around 1988. And she was spotted by Sarah Dukas, who is the head of a big store model agency, who she was with at the time. She is a British supermodel. We are looking for Kate Moss, or Catherine Moss, spotted at 14 years old at JFK Airport in the United States. She was the pioneer of heroin chic, as they called it at the time in the 90s, and went on to do campaigns for Calvin Klein, which really kind of pushed her out there, and when she became a household name. Obviously, since then, well, it's Kate Moss, and we all know what Kate Moss is up to. It was her birthday the other day. And now she's clean, so she's looking even better. Right, 45% if you got that one correct, including Steph. Well done, Steph. 14% if you thought it was Janice Dickinson. 20% if you thought it was that beautiful, or those beautiful Brazilians, Adriana Lima and Giselle Bündchen. Let's move on to question number 2. Who recorded the song Here Comes the Hotstepper? Was it Sean Paul? Was it Shaggy? Was it Eni Kamosi? Or was it Beanie Man? Now, try and think back to the film Pret-a-Porter, which pretty much starred all of the supermodels in the 90s. It was filmed during Paris Fashion Week, and the film, as I said, was called Pret-a-Porter, and the song's Here Comes the Hotstepper, murder, I'm the lyrical gangster, murder. So we want to know who co-wrote it and recorded the song. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the Jamaican dancehall king. It's Eni Kamosi. Eni Kamosi is the correct answer. 27% of you got that one correct. 30% of you thought it wasn't me, Shaggy. 28% of you thought it was Sean Paul, and 15% of you thought it was Beanie Man, Lionel. Good to see you playing, my friend. Let's move on to question number 3. Which 1960s model dated and was the muse of the photographer David Bailey? Was it Jean Shrimpton? Was it Martha Graham? Was it Verushka? Or was it Patty Boyd? Now we want to know which 1960s model dated and was the muse of the photographer David Bailey. He kind of really gave her a kickstart in her career, because when they met, it was on a Kellogg's commercial, if I'm not mistaken, and she was relatively unknown. He fell for her, and this kind of like 1960s power couple arose. They were together for 4 years, and the right answer is Jean Shrimpton. Jean Shrimpton. What else was it? She was widely reported to be the world's highest paid model at the time in the 60s. She was paid £2,000 to wear a short skirt in the 60s in Australia, and that was a lot of money back then. So, as I said, Jean Shrimpton, 25% if you got that one correct, 25% if you thought it was Martha Graham, 20% if you thought it was Verushka, and 30% if you thought it was Eric Clapton's ex, Patty Boyd. JB75018. I know it's your quartier. I know it's arrondissement. I know you're not like putting your phone number down there, JB, but it's good to see you playing. So, would be a nice try, wouldn't it? 06 15 72. So 100, you got 100 points, JB. I'm totally going off rails here. So I'm going to move on to question number 4. Which Somalian model was married to David Bowie? Was it Beverly Johnson? Was it Anita? Was it Chanel? Or is it Imam? Which Somalian model was married to David Bowie up until his death, actually, in she married him in 1992, and they were married right up until his death, which was early last year. They even have a child together, a little daughter. She was discovered by the photographer Peter Beard, and she rose to prominence in the fashion world and beyond. And she also went out with Warren Beatty, but then who else in Hollywood hasn't been out with Warren Beatty? And basketball star Spencer Haywood. The right answer is Imam. She's also a pioneer for cosmetics of women in colour. Yes, of colour, sorry. She had her, I think, no, it still exists, her makeup brand called Imam. 40% if you got that one correct. None of you thought it, oh no, 14% if you thought it was Beverly Johnson. 19% if you thought it was Anita, and 13% if you thought it was Chanel. Now, Chanel, for those of you who don't know, I'm not talking about Coco, we're talking about the model Chanel, who is an absolute babe. Anyway, Flux Cobalt, you got that one correct. Well done. Let's move on to question number 5. Who said, we don't wake up for less than $10,000 a day? Was it Kate Moss? Was it Naomi Campbell? Was it Claudia Schiffer? Or was it Linda Evangelista? Who said that? And who else was she talking about? I would say you get extra points, but you can't. But props if you know who she was talking about as well. It was in an interview in the 1990s with Vogue magazine that this model, supermodel, at the time, said this. She kind of went on to kind of deny it, saying, well, that was a joke, but probably was the truth, to be honest with you. The right answer is, 43% of you thought it was Naomi Campbell. Well, no, it was Linda Evangelista, and she was talking about her co-model friend, North American, because I don't know, is she Canadian or is she, I don't know where Chrissy Turlington is from. Linda Evangelista is Canadian though. I think. Anyway, 27% if you got it correct, 16% if you thought it was German Claudia Schiffer, and 15% if you thought it was our Brit Kate Moss, or Catherine Moss, as she is actually was christened. Mara Gamal, you got that one correct, and you put your ×5 down on that one. Going all out, mate, going all out. So, currently at the top of the rankings, Sing Nakt, you are in the top with 240 points. Eddie, you're second, and Marwa Gamal, you are third. Let's move on to question number 6. Which of these supermodels was not involved in Fashion Cafe? Was it Christy Turlington, Elle Macpherson, Karen Mulder, or Naomi Campbell? Now, Fashion Cafe was this kind of basically a couture version of Planet Hollywood and Hard Rock Cafe. They thought they kind of had this amazing idea of combining everything. And of course, when you get the world's most beautiful women to market it, it was pretty successful. But then apparently it had problems with the owner. So then it just kind of stopped, shut. I don't know. We won't worry about the models anyway, because I'm sure they are very, very happy and extremely comfortable. So I'm not worried about what happened after that business venture. But the Fashion Cafe, who was not involved in the Fashion Cafe, Karen Mulder from the Dutch lady, was not involved in the Fashion Cafe. No, she was not. And it was actually initially fronted by supermodels Naomi Campbell, Elle Macpherson, Claudia Schiffer, and Christy Turlington. 26% of you got that one correct. 28% of you thought it was the Brit Naomi Campbell. 21% of you thought it was Elle Macpherson. 25% of you thought it was Christy Turlington. Lily Bulmagik. You guys have some seriously weird pseudonyms. Lily Bulmagik. Maybe it's your real name. I don't know. But after JB and his area code, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a joke name. Anyway, you're currently on top. So you may have an unpronounceable name, but you're on top. Eddie, you're still second, and Stingtate, you are still third. I'm going to actually quickly refresh that because, anyway, which Israeli supermodel graced the cover of the 2009 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue? Was it Yael Shelbia? Was it Bar Raffaeli? Was it Gal Gadot? Or was it Adriana Lima? Who was it? Who? Because I'm nice, I'm going to give you a clue. Because, why not? She went out with Leonardo DiCaprio. There we go. Just because it's Fashion Week and I'm just feeling generous. There we go. Right, the right answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Bar Raffaeli. Bar Raffaeli graced the cover of the 2009 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. She also went out with Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't mind saying that about supermodels. So, they're kind of girlfriend or boyfriend of. But so that's what she did. That's what she did. She kind of got rid of, now she's with a fellow Israeli businessman. 35% if you got that one correct. 25% if you thought it was Yael. 19% if you thought it was Gal Gadot. And 21% if you thought it was a Brazilian Adriana Lima. Sorry. Anyway, Princess May, you got that one correct. Let's move on to question number 8. Which Russian supermodel has a child with Bradley Cooper? Bradley, A Star Is Born Cooper, what a hunk. Olga Pantyushenkova, Natasha Poli, Natalia Vodianova, or Arina Sheikh. Took me 10 minutes, time of the whole question, just to pronounce the names. Olga Pantyushenkova. It's actually easier with a Russian accent. Anyway, we want to know who has a child with Bradley Cooper. She came to fame being the face of Intimissy underwear in 2007. She's also been on front of a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue and was in fact the first Russian model to grace its covers in 2011. The right answer is Arina Sheikh. She is a maid. Oh, she also went out with Cristiano Ronaldo, didn't she? There we go. She doesn't go out with anyone ugly, does she? But then suppose you look like that, you're not going to be going out with anyone, are you? You've got your choice, your pick. 36% of you got that one correct. 23% of you thought it was Natalia Vodianova. 18% of you thought it was Natasha Poli. And 23% of you thought it was Olga Pantyushenkova. Mauchi Musa. This is the night of tongue twisters. Well done, my friend. You got that one correct. And you put your times 4 down. No, there's no times 4. You put your times 5 down on that one, so well done. Right to do so. Let's move on to the final question of this quiz in English on Don't Just Stand There, Let's Get to It, Strike a Pose, There's Nothing to It. Who was the first African-American model to be on the cover of Vogue? Was it Beverly Johnson? Was it Donielle Luna? Was it Tyra Banks? Or was it Naomi Sims? We want to know who was the first African-American model to be on the cover of Vogue. Oh, US. Sorry, it's US. I want to make a slight precision. It's American Vogue. American Vogue. Okay? American Vogue. I really hope that for those of you who aren't, come on, any sound, that it's American Vogue. It was in 1974, and she's considered an icon of 20th century fashion. In her later years, so now, she is now a TV personality, and she has a show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. The right answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Beverly Johnson. Beverly Johnson, she has her own show, Beverly's Full House, and she was the first African-American model to grace the cover of Vogue US America. Okay, just to make that clear. No one's being led under false pretenses, okay? Let's, statistics in. 22% of you got that one correct. 23% of you thought it was Donielle Luna. 33% of you thought it was Tyra Banks, and 22% of you thought it was Naomi Sims. Zian57, well done. 647 of you used your times 5. Let's get the statistics in. 229 people will be taking away their part in 100 euros, which equates to 44 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight there are 2 super winners. Yes, 2. Yoa and Natalie. You're both French, and you've both won 25 euros and 44 cents. That is what we like to see, giving away real money. Talking about real money, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday, the main event is on James Bond. Now, you may or may not have known, last week we had a technical problem and the Saturday's quiz was cancelled. However, we take as a rollover, just like lottery, national lottery. Those 500 euros are going straight onto the quiz on this Saturday at 8 o'clock. There'll be 1,000 euros up for grabs. That's right, 1,000 euros. So guys, be there or be poor, because you can get, you will be able to win your part in 1,000 euros. That's this Saturday. As I said tonight, 2 super winners have gone home with 25 euros and 44 cents. If they can do it, then so can you. Guys, I'll be back Thursday night. It's Alfonso tomorrow. So I'll be back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. But don't miss tomorrow's night's quiz with Alfonso at 8 o'clock. Same time, same place will be the one. See you until Thursday. See you then. Take care. Bye.